Pure Math 3, May June 2018. This is question number 9. This is a rational function. Let fx equals x minus 4x squared divided by 3 minus x times 2 plus x squared. Question I, express fx in the form a per 3 minus x plus bx plus c per 2 plus x squared. Yeah. Now, this expression can be split into partial fraction of the form a per 3 minus x plus bx plus c per 2 plus x squared. Now, both sides of this identity will multiply by 3 minus x times 2 plus x squared. This is actually, that is the denominator of this expression. Now, x minus 4x squared divided by 3 minus x times 2 plus x squared times this one, we obtain this one, x minus 4x squared, and this fraction times this one, left over a times 2 plus x squared, and this fraction times that one equals bx plus c times 3 minus x. No, this is identity, and we want to find a, b, and c. No, we can choose any values of x. No, for example, here I choose x equals 3. Yeah, those x, when x is 3, this becomes 0. This term is 0. Now, x is 3. This is x minus 4x squared, that is minus 33 equals 9 plus 2 11a. Yeah, those from here, solving this, we find a equals minus 3. Another x is 0, thus this becomes 0. Now a is minus 3 times 2 minus 6. This is 0, 0, 3c plus 3c, thus 0 equals minus 6 plus 3c, thus c is 2. And one more x, and we choose x is 1. X is 1, thus left hand side, that is minus 3 equals a is minus 3, and then that is a is minus 3, thus 2 plus 1 times 3 minus 9, plus b plus 2 times 2, thus b is 1. Yeah, thus from this equation or identity, there are 3 unknowns, that is a, b, and c. That is why we need 3 simultaneous equation here. Thus a is minus 3, b is 2, and c is 2, and b is 1. Therefore, the expression of fx is split into partial fraction minus 3 per 3 minus x plus x plus 2 per 2 plus x squared. Thus this is the answer for question I. Hence obtain the expansion of fx in ascending power of x up to and including the form in x cube. Thus fx is, that is minus 3 per 3 minus x plus 2 per 2 plus x squared. Now here we have two fractions. The first fraction, that is this one, minus 3 per 3 minus x, we will use binomial expansion here. Thus these 3, the leading terms of this denominator have to be 1, thus that is why we factorize this one. We put 3 out the brackets, thus minus 3 per 3 times 1 minus 1 over 3x, and then minus 3 per 3, that is minus 1, and then this one becomes 1 minus 1 over 3x power minus 1. Yeah, this fraction we change this form so that by this form we can use the binomial expansion. Now we use binomial expansion for this part, thus minus 1 plus index here minus 1 per 1 times this one minus 1 over 3x plus minus 1 times minus 2 over 1 times 2 times minus 1 over 3x squared plus minus 1 times minus 2 times minus 3 per 1 times 2 times 3 times minus 1 over 3x cubed plus etc. Yeah, so we stop here because we need until the term in x cube. Yeah, for further term that is the power of x is higher than 3. Now after simplification we obtain that is 1, and this is becomes x over 3, and then this term that is x squared over 9, and this term that is x cubed per 27 plus etc. Now the second part of the fraction, that is we put 2 out the bracket so that the leading term here is 1, thus x per 2 divided by 2 times 1 plus half x squared, and then that is x plus 2 over 2, that's that one, and then 1 plus half x squared, we write 1 plus half x squared power minus 1. We use again binomial expansion for this part, thus half x plus 2, 1 plus power is minus 1 per 1 times half x squared per 1 plus another term will be the x will be power of 4, that is not included in the equation, thus that is enough here. Now half x plus 2, that is 1 here, and then that is minus x squared per 2, and then just open the brackets, thus that is 1 plus x over 2 minus x squared per 2 minus x cubed over 4. Now thus fx, that is the first fraction plus the second fraction, and then after simplification we get the final answer, thus fx is 1 over 6x minus 11 per 18x squared minus 31 per 108x cubed. Thus this is the answer for II. Question number 10. Two lines L and M have the equation R equals to I minus j plus k plus s times 2i plus 3j minus k, and line M which vector equation R equals I plus 3j plus 4k plus t times I plus 2j plus k respectively. Now equation I show that the lines are skew. Now thus the equation of line L, that is this one, that is in vector form, and the equation of line M, that is this one. Now show that the line L and M are skew. Now first we have to we equate the component I and j of these two lines. Thus we equate first the I component, thus here is 2 plus 2s, that is this one, equals, that is 1 plus t, thus 2 from here 2s minus t equals minus 1, and we equate the j component, that is minus 1 plus s times 3s equals 3 plus 2 times t, 2t, and then that is 2s minus 2t equals 4, and solving these two simultaneous equation we obtain s is minus 6 and t is minus 11. The value of s minus 6 and t minus 11 we substitute in the k component of these two lines. Thus the k component of line L, that is 1 plus s times minus 1, but s is minus 6, thus 1 plus 6, and then k component in of the line m, that is 4 times t times 1, but t is minus 11, thus 4 minus 11. The 1 plus 6 unequals 4 minus 11. Thus the conclusion is the lines fail to intersect. The direction vector of line L, that is 2i plus 3j minus k, is not a scalar multiple of direction vector of line M. Direction vector of line M, that is I plus 2j plus 2k plus k. So the lines are not in the same direction. No. Thus the lines are not meet and non-parallel. Thus the lines are skew. Thus the lines L and M are skew. Further, a plane P is parallel to lines L and M. Question II, find a vector that is normal to plane P. To find the normal of plane P, we can use the common perpendicular to the line L and M. The common perpendicular to line L and M, that is cross product of the direction line of line L cross direction, we can cross the direction vector of line L cross multiplication with the direction vector of line M. Thus this vector cross this vector, thus the first component here, that is 3 times 1 minus this one minus 1 times 2, that is here, and then the second component, that is minus 1 times 1 minus 2 times 1, that is here, and then the third component here, that is 2 times 2 minus 3 times 1, and then that is 5 minus 3 1, and thus the vector that is normal to P, that is 5i minus 3j plus k. Thus that is answer for II. Triple I, given that plane P is equidistant from the lines L and M. Find the equation of plane P. Give your answer in the form ax plus by plus cz equals d. Now, there are two fixed points. On line L, we have a fixed point that is 2, minus 1 and 1. And on the line M, there is a fixed point that is 0.1, 3, 4. I try to illustrate here the position of line L, line M, and the plane P. Yeah, thus the plane P, that is equidistant from this line and that line. Thus means the midpoint of this point on the line M and this point on the line M will be lie on a plane P, and the midpoint of this point and that point, that is 3/2, 1, 5/2. The normal of this plane, the normal of plane P, that is already calculated in II, that is 5 minus 3, 1. Thus the equation of plane P, that is 5x, from here 5x minus 3y plus 1 times z equals d. Now substitute the point that is lies on the plane, that is 0.3/2, 1, 5/2 in plane equation of the plane P. Thus 5 times 3/2 minus 3 times 1 plus 5/2 equals d. We obtain d equals 7. Thus obtain the answer 5x minus 3y plus z equals 7. That is the equation of the plane P. Thank you.